Hey guys, it's Marco back with the RAV4. And today we're going to do a fun one. Let's do a fun one today. Alright, I feel like I've been under this car and doing everything mechanical. Today, we're going to install some hood struts. Now, the OG OEM RAV4 doesn't come with hood struts, but I found a pair on Amazon, and we're going to try. And hopefully it'll give this a little bit of a quality of life improvement. Yeah, the manual prop rod that's on here is fine. But I just want to do something to give this a little bit of improvement. I mean, I'm under this hood so much. Might as well try to just spruce it up a little bit. So, like, take a look at my Armada house, how nice and convenient it is. I just installed some new hood struts there. Watch this, guys. Watch how cool this is. Oh my God. That is just so convenient. So nice. I installed these, and these are actually OEM. So I just had to get some new ones. But I want that for my RAV, so let's try it out. Okay. So let's open up our hood or bonnet, as they say in the UK, and put our stock hood latch or hood rod on. All right. Let's open up our packaging and see what's in there. Okay, so we got our instructions, although it seems like this is pretty self-explanatory. So A goes in the bolt on the hood latch, and there's two there. I think I might try to use the lower one. And B uses that bolt there. That's already the hood line there. Okay, so we've got some mounting hardware and our struts. Seems easy enough. Okay, here's our strut, and it goes like that, kind of upwards. And then our mounting hardware. Okay, that's what that looks like. So fairly simple. You don't need much. You can use a ratchet or a socket wrench. In this case, I have this electric socket wrench, and you're going to need a 14 millimeter and a 12 millimeter socket. Fairly simple. So let's take this off. All right. That's tightening. We'll try the upper one first. Here's the screw you're going to take out of the hood latch, and then put your hardware on there. Okay. So now I'm going to take that. Tighten it up a little bit. And that's one. Okay. So that one's installed, and I just made sure that this was as level as possible, the ball here, because we're going to be coming down onto this existing screw, and so you want it going in a straight line. If you notice the way I installed it, there's a bit of a gap, and I want that as secure as possible. So I'm just going to loosen that up a little bit and tighten that in. Okay, I grabbed my lovely assistant because I'm having trouble getting this in, and I figured out that there's what I want to do. Let's see. Can I do it? Yeah, I'm going to do it that way. So, can I do it that way? You actually can't. Okay. So, let's loosen this again. And I want that, all right, a little higher, please. Right there. Okay, don't move it. I want that in as far as possible. All right, and that is better. Okay, so this is holding up. So let's go install the other side. Before we install the other side, let me just see if this will close. Because if it doesn't and it's hitting here before it closes, I might have to use the lower screw. So let's test it out. Okay. That closed. All right, so that should work. So let's go install the other one. All right, and just like that, our second strut is installed. So a couple things on this side. If you have a RAV4 and you're gonna do this, one, get a helper, someone to push the hood up for you while you're securing, especially this bottom one, because this is a tight fit here. So if the weight is on the strut, it's going to touch your nut here, your screw. Not going to allow you to get a socket in there. Just have somebody give you the space you need, and then that's in pretty secure. The other thing is just be careful. On this side is your windshield wiper hose. Just make sure that goes on the outside. This will clear. I've checked it out a couple times. That's not going anywhere. And then make sure, I had a hard time once that was all in, securing this bottom nut here. So just take an open-ended 12mm wrench, and just get in there securely, and it will tighten down good and solid. Make sure you get some teeth on there, and you'll be able to tighten it. Safety is always first here, guys, so I didn't just rely on my electric ratchet. I went around to each of the screws, especially these 10mm, and I tightened them really, really good. So those aren't going to go anywhere. So if you're doing a project like this, you know, that's never fun, and it could be deadly to have a hood, especially a heavy one like this, fall on you. So just make sure your nuts and bolts are all totally secure, and, you know, do it safely. All right. Now for the show, let's see how this closes and opens. All right. Let's close it. Nice. Closes fine. Let's pop it open and see how it opens. You guys, it's been my first time trying. We'll do it together. Oh yeah, there it is. Hands-free. Look at that. You got yourself some hood struts for your 1996 to 2000 RAV4. Really easy. Just a few bolts that are already included with your car. And there you go. You can work on your car. This little rod won't be in your way. You can still use this. This will be here. If the struts go out, or if I don't get new ones, or whatever might happen, this will still be here. So a short video, but a fun one. You got to enjoy this sometimes. It can't always be work. So I thought this was a lot of fun. And I really enjoy that. Kind of upgraded, a little more modernization to an old 30-year-old car. So I'll put a link to the hood struts I got on Amazon in the description below. If you guys have done this, or if you're thinking about doing this, you have any questions, please comment, like, and subscribe. I love to engage with the audience. So we'll see you on the next one.